just looking for flowers. I'm doing the open collaboration with Susan from Susan Hiles Art and Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. And this week it's flowers, lots of flowers they say. So I'm looking in here to see if I'm going to use any of these types of flowers. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use paper this week. Always use those. They have some darker colors in there. So anyway, come on along while I make my clusters for this week's entry for the hashtag Spring Clusters collaboration with Susan and Sheree. Hi everyone, Lolly here. Welcome back to my channel. So come along with me today while I work on the clusters I'm going to make for the open collaboration hosted by Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming and Susan from Susan Hiles Art. And this week's prompt is flowers. Lots of flowers. I just pulled out all of these things. I'm going to do paper this week. I was thinking I'd use one of these for the base. And then I found this pad. It has tons of flowers in it. And we could definitely use those as well. This could be a background if it was kind of a bigger cluster. So why not? Let's make some bigger ones and we'll use these maybe for the backgrounds. Let's see. So let's just start. That's the only way to figure out what you're going to do, right? All right. So if you've never made a cluster, it is, that's not what I wanted. Just layering. You can use fabric, you can use just ribbons, you can use paper, and you can use a combination of all of the above. So you just layer your items together and you make actually what it says, and it's just a cluster of what you've put together. You can put an embellishment on the top. You can use them in your junk journals, on your slow stitch projects, things like that. So they're just tons of fun. I love making them and putting things together for them. I feel like this is kind of bigger than what I wanted to do. I do have a tool for this, but don't ask me where it is. I don't know how in one room I can manage to lose everything. Okay, I finished inking a little bit off camera, so you didn't have to listen to that. Okay. So I'm just going to roll the edges here a little bit. Then you want to ink. If you roll something over, you want to make sure you ink it as well, if you have here, so that it matches. Let me tell y'all, I made another video for Tag Tuesday and I lost it. I downloaded a ton of pictures, and somewhere in the transfer I lost the video, but I was making tags for Tag Tuesday, and then I was telling y'all my snake story. I was in here making the video and the dog was barking and barking, so I went in there to see, and I always leave the back door open for her just to go in and out however she wants all during the day, because I work from home, and that way she can just go out while I'm working. So anyway, a little red bird had come in, and so I thought it was the red bird again, so I went out there to save the little red bird from the dog, and there was a huge snake in my living room, and that is just like my worst nightmare. So I just didn't know what to do, so I had to just get brave. I went and got the rake from the garage, and I didn't want it to get lost in the house, and it was by the back door, so I just kept pushing it so it would go back out the back door. And then she was finally out the door, and then I don't know if it was a he or she. I call her a she because she had a big attitude. So it was huge. Not going to put a picture up because I don't want to scare anybody or cause anybody any kind of bad feelings. So, but anyway, it was huge. Really, really long snake. And anyway, I got her onto the porch, and then I didn't want her on the porch anymore because she kept trying to go up into the siding. And so the only thing that kept it from doing that was, I guess it had just eaten maybe or something, and that little fat part or whatever it was wouldn't fit up into the siding, so that kept her from going into the wall. So I needed to get tougher than what I was, because I was crying. You name it, I was just scared. So and they told me it was not a venomous snake, but I don't really care. I mean, I'm glad, but it was just the fact that she was trying to live in my house, and that wasn't going to happen. So I got the rake, and I just kept pushing her and pushing her, just trying to get her to go at least off the deck, at least onto the ground. I wasn't going to kill her, but she couldn't live here in the house with me. That's all there was to that. So we did manage, or I did by myself, me and her, we managed to get her off my porch. She just fell off down onto the ground, and I don't know where she went. She's either back under the deck, so, but at least she's not in my house. So I was super scared, and had to get a whole lot of courage that I wouldn't normally have. So that's what happened this week for me. But actually it was on Friday, so I've been kind of scared ever since. So I think yesterday went out in the backyard. I hadn't been out there really since that happened. I'm still not very comfortable, and every time I hear a noise in the house, I panic. So, I mean, what are the odds that it's going to happen or happen again? But I keep thinking, it happened once. And people in my neighborhood, I mean, I live in the city, so you wouldn't always think so, but it's Texas and it's hot, so I guess they want somewhere to come inside. One of my neighbors said she just wanted to come in for some lemonade because it's hot out, but well, not here. She'll have to settle for the water container outside for the birds and squirrels. So anyway, that's my excitement, and I'm still trying to get over it, but I had shared that with y'all in another video that I lost, so I didn't want to have you miss out on something that had occurred in my day. So I'm trying to figure out, I wanted to just use this paper, but it doesn't look like it has enough stuff. Okay, I'm going to completely switch gears. I'm sorry, but I just wasn't feeling the paper on that other one. I thought I was going to, so I'm going to switch back to this. So hopefully, at least in the first part, that you know, if you hadn't done the edges like this before, that's something new that you can learn to do, and you can put that in your other projects. So I do like these. They're super pretty. And again, a little bit bigger than I want to make a cluster, so I'm going to just cut it. Okay. I try to hurry to catch up since I already used up your time on a whole nother idea, but just wasn't feeling it. And I already told you my snake story, so I don't want to redo all that video, but we're going to figure out something here. I think I like that edge, so okay. So now I don't know if I want to add to my cluster like this. I don't want to hide the flowers, so maybe we'll put it here and here. All right, so off camera, I have just trimmed down this little piece here so that it's not so big. I think I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Let's just go for it here. So I'm just trying not to cover up the flowers here And then also, it's just hard with clusters. You just want to make sure everything shows. And sometimes that's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to put this kind of, ouch. Still don't want to cover all those flowers, but we might end up covering some of them. So I'm going to just put this right here. All right, so I have these little flowers here, there, so we can put that. Kind of tuck it up here. Can't tell how that looks for you guys. Okay, so I have these little puffy stickers, and I think I'm going to put one back here, just because this is raised a little bit. It'll add a little more color, and it'll also give a little rise to the flower I'm trying to glue there. And then, you know, everything I do normally has to have a word, and cover to cover. Not sure. I feel like that means, like, you know, life. Like the book of life or something like that. So I feel like I might add a word at the bottom just to fill in that space. And I have this little Tim Holtz word right here. So I'm just going to make 2 today, just to give you the idea. So there's this little cluster. That turned out really cute. So then you would just put it inside your journal, or put it to decorate a pocket, or decorate the front of a journal. So in all this mess, let's see if we can get this one done. All right. Anybody else excited that tomorrow is Friday? Because I definitely am. So again, I'm just making the little jagged edges just to give it a little interest, something different than just the straight edges. So you could, if you haven't already joined, go over to Sheree and Susan's channels, and you'll find the links to everyone that is participating, and you'll want to make sure that you go over and check out everyone's videos, because everybody has such great ideas. I'm always so impressed and always so inspired by all the things that I see and learn when I'm watching everybody else's videos. So it's a lot of fun. And I think this collaboration has 1 more week. So, you know, if you haven't yet, go over and just join in. Let them know you want to join in, and they'll link your channel, and then everybody can go in and watch your videos as well and see your great ideas. Okay, just gonna go for it here. And so I have this cover to cover here, so I don't have room to have a bigger cutout like that, but I felt like I needed something to kind of match it. So I'm going to put this on here a little bit. Just trying to layer so I can keep in the theme of a cluster, because it's just layers. So I'm going to tuck it right up under there, I think. So the hard part, and which is I'm trying to do here, and I've already said it, is that you want to layer, but you don't want to cover up everything if you have something really pretty underneath. So, you know, just rearranging your pieces over to one side, or, you know, something like that. So traditionally you would just layer paper on paper or fabric, whichever you're doing, and you just want to keep building up your layers. But when you have parts of your layers that you don't want to hide, this is kind of my take on how to get around that. So here's my little clusters, you know, and when you have really cute paper, it does most of the work for you. You just gotta put it all together and do it some justice. So I hope that's what I did for these little papers. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening to my snake story and spending time with me tonight. I appreciate it. I hope that you were inspired and maybe learned something or got an idea from what I did tonight. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.